I've been looking at this map on my computer for a little over 3 years now, and it's just been a rough draft of a fantasy world, kind of like Tolkien's Middle Earth. And the roughness is starting to get sanded down. The rough parts, the rough edges of Xar are starting to become smooth to the touch. Here is the capital city with the dome ceiling. Very important to have that dome. That is in Ossir. We have the island city on the islands of Vice in Virtue, here in the red area in Charir. We got the blue city with its towers that touch the sky here in Ulhart. I like them clouds. We have right here the Bay of Green, kind of right there by that helmet on Death Must Die of the Green City. And you see that series of bridges and aqueducts. Well, that's what keeps the water flowing in the world of Xar. People in the desert need to drink. So using magic and using technology, Achu is the one that delivers the water in the green zone. And I think this is going to be my favorite city, the Ramshackle. There's a lot of swamps, bogs, and jungles in Vuth, in the southern part of Xar. And the Ramshackle is a floating city with water wheels that kind of moves around, kind of like a giant houseboat. And more importantly, the city can break up into different parts and separate and then reunite. It's kind of like the Mos Eisley spaceport, the hive of scum and villainy in my world of Vuth. Now, hey, I just dropped a Star Wars reference. Hub of scum and villainy is one of the best quotes from Star Wars. And a lot of people would say, Mr. Gurr, do you have ever an original idea in your head, or do you just like to rip off stuff from other people? Well, to that I will say, people have been creating stories for a long, long time, as long as there have been people. So, yeah, there's going to be some overlap of ideas. That's to be sure. And I don't think I'm ripping off people as much as tipping my cap in homage to the things that have inspired me in life so much. There's this game called Pokemon that my son is kind of becoming obsessed with. Well, because, hey, you buy a pack of Pokemon cards and you can get one that's worth $40. That's just cool. I think he's more interested in Pokemon because of that, not because of I don't think he's ever played a full game of Pokemon in his life. We tried once, and that went well because he started losing, and then he didn't want to play anymore. But Magic the Gathering was my favorite card game of all time, and that game had white mana, it had blue mana, it had green mana, it had red mana, and it had black mana. So I could have made this part of the world orange, this part of the world purple, this part of the world orange, this part of the world orange. I kind of got a thing for orange these days. But, I didn't make 4 out of 5 of the areas of the map orange. I chose my colors very specifically, not because I'm trying to steal ideas from Wizards of the Coast or Richard Garfield or any of these other people that have inspired me throughout the years. Gary Gygax. No, I just did that to tip my hat in appreciation to those that have created amazing things before me. So, yeah. I have a program, a trial program for 7 days called Incarnate, and I'm going to try to make this rough world a little bit more realistic. And I think the best way to do that is by ripping off a real map and making it my own. So how are we going to do that? Well, there's a lot of green on this island, and there sure is a lot of different colors of orange on this island. So this is the template that I'm going to use. And hopefully with Incarnate, I make a world worth visiting.